let's talk about Australia here. अब हमने तो काफी इंडिया किया, बट रिमेंबर ऑस्ट्रेलिया आर द रेनिंग वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस, एंड जैसे हमने बताया देयर टॉप 4 प्लेयर्स आर मिसिंग. देयर इज नो डेविड वार्नर, देयर इज नो मिचेल स्टार्क, मार्कस स्टोइनिस और मिचेल मार्श, एंड डिस्पाइट दैट फैक्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर मैनेज टू प्रोड्यूस सच अ scintillating performance. Cameron Green, as Akash mentioned, पहली बार ओपन कर रहे थे, and the way he took on the Indian bowlers, Aditya mentioned before we went live that, I mean, that set the tone for Australia and their chase. Aaron Finch ने भी पहली बॉल पे छक्का मार दिया भुवनेश्वर कुमार को. Bhuvaneshwar is somebody who's like he gets Finch out more often than not, but he also went ahead and took his shot. Steven Smith, I mean, there were criticisms over him, but he also played a rather steady kind of a knock of 145 के strike rate से उन्होंने मारा. And Matthew Wade, of course, down the order. Australia का एक चीज ये था कि they do bat way deep. Aditya, okay, the fact is Cameron Green आपके World Cup squad में नहीं है, so you put that person aside. David Warner आएंगे, but what were the things that you thought Australia did right in 208?
Actually, everything. They did right everything in this chase. Right from the start, from the first ball itself, Aaron Finch hit the six to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. As you just mentioned, Bhuvaneshwar usko kai baar out kar chuka hai with his in swinger. So the pressure was right back on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and he just had a bad day in power play also today. He didn't do much in the power play itself. And then Cameron Green with his intent, with his big positive intent, where he was just looking to smash every ball which was in his zone, and his zone was very big today. His zone was almost everywhere. Everywhere the ball was coming on his pads, or a good length delivery, or a short ball, or a Yorker. He was just trying to smash it. So it was and then Steve Smith played a very good knock, very important knock when Aaron Finch departs. It was a crucial situation where Australia needs that balancing factor, which we always talks about Virat Kohli, कि हमें एक नंबर 3 पे एक प्लेयर चाहिए जो थोड़ा स्टेबल कर दे चीज़ों को. तो वो स्टीव स्मिथ ने किया. उसके बाद तो मैथ्यू वेड just did his best, which he did in against Pakistan last year in the World Cup. He just smashed our bowlers. He smashed Harshal Patel, but Harshal Patel was not at his best. We usually see him bowling wide Yorkers in the death overs, but today he was just relying on his slower bouncers or slower short balls. So it was like a bad day for Harshal Patel. मे बी उस वो ओवर अगर हर्षल पटेल अपने बेस्ट पे डालता तो इंडिया का चांस था. स्टिल इंडिया हैड अ चांस, बट वो इतना बड़ा टैक्टिकल ब्लंडर था वो मैच इंडिया के लिए, ये मैच, कि अगर कुछ बच भी जाता तो लास्ट ओवर चहल डालने वाले थे अगेंस्ट अ लेफ्ट हैंडेड बैट्समैन. और वेड अगर है और टिम डेविड है और चहल डाल रहे हैं तो रिजल्ट आप वैसे ही आप 70% मैच हार गए, चाहे आपको 18 डिफेंड करना है चाहे आपको 20 डिफेंड करना है. तो टैक्टिकल ब्लेंडर था. ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने पूरा फायदा उठाया था इंडिया की इस अप्रोच का. अब ये रोहित शर्मा की कैप्टनसी भी हमने एशिया कप में भी काफी डिप दिखाया है, और आज भी इन सेकंड इनिंग्स हमें काफी, मे बी उनकी बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस की वजह से उनको कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा कम हो चुका है. मे बी वो लग रहा है उनकी कैप्टनसी में भी कि बैक नहीं हो पा रहे हैं प्लेयर्स, या टीम सिलेक्शन या जो भी है, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने उसको पूरा कैपिटलाइज किया आज.
Australia ने पूरा फायदा उठाया, and it's a good thing that you mentioned Rohit Sharma, because we were discussing this, that Rohit Sharma with his intent, that his approach that he'll go right from his first ball, hasn't had that kind of innings where you'd expect somebody like a Rohit Sharma to do. Aditya himself was mentioning in this year in 2022 he just has 250 plus scores in T20Is. Others have been your 21s and 18s and 20, 11 and stuff like that. So he hasn't been able to carry forward whatever he has started. The intent is there, but the result are not showing. We'll discuss about Rohit Sharma a bit afterwards, maybe in our next video. But before I end this session, Akash, pretty much a similar question to you in the sense, from an Australia point of view, look, what Aaron Finch can do, Steve Smith can do, you expect from Glenn Maxwell. Tim David was the big surprise that everybody was keen to look at, and you expected somebody like a Cameron Green to come down the order, maybe Matthew Wade up top. That was my thinking, that Wade open kar chuke hain to shayad wo open karenge, but Wade had a very specific role similar to what you would have expected DK to do for India. But this Tim David, Matthew Wade thing, what's your take on that? I mean, Tim David looks like $1 million, and Matthew Wade, of course, I mean, very, very chippy, fighter kind of a guy, that he's been around for a long time. He showed that, that Pakistan game wasn't just a fluke.
Yeah, see, you spoke about Tim David. I see him as a Rishabh Pant. What Rishabh Pant is for us, you know. The only difference is Tim David और मैथ्यू वेड दोनों विकेट कीपर नहीं है. तो ये बहुत अच्छा एक एडवांटेज है ऑस्ट्रेलिया के.
Wade wicket keeper है, but yeah, he's not going to keep for sure.
हाँ, तो वो चीज एक आज इनके लिए.
Wade was the one who kept. I'm mistaken. Wade was the one who kept.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That like what problem we have two good batters in Rishabh Pant and Dinesh Karthik, but ultimately there comes a point where we have to choose one from them क्योंकि दोनों विकेट कीपर्स हैं. अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास पंत के कैलिबर का अगर एक बैटर है, आप क्वालिटीज दोनों का वो कर लीजिए, कंपेयर कर लीजिए. इनफैक्ट टिम डेविड आज चला तो चला, कल नहीं चला तो नहीं चला. द सेम इज द केस विद ऋषभ पंत. बट टुडे द वे ही पिक्ड अप, द वे ही चिप्ड इन विद played the second fiddle to Matthew Wade was phenomenal. और किसी भी मोमेंट पे इस ऑस्ट्रेलियन लाइनअप ने ये वो रिवील नहीं होने दिया कि दे आर मिसिंग सम ऑफ देयर की प्लेयर्स. लाइक कैमरून ग्रीन हिटिंग द फर्स्ट शॉट, वहीं से उसको कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया था कि आज मैं कुछ अच्छा करके जाऊंगा. तो मोर और लेस ये टीम अभी इतनी बैलेंस लग रही है. तो जस्ट इमेजिन, given they are the reigning champion, when the those who have pulled out of this series अगर वो वापस आ जाते हैं तब कितनी स्ट्रांग हो जाएगी. तो